Have you ever pondered the question, what would happen if the Earth suddenly stopped rotating and revolving? It's a thought that has surely crossed the minds of many, sparking curiosity and a touch of fear. Our planet's rotation and revolution are fundamental principles that dictate our lives in ways we often take for granted. The concept of a day, the changing seasons, even the gravity that keeps our feet firmly planted on the ground, all are outcomes of these celestial motions. But what if, in some unfathomable scenario, all that came to a sudden halt? What if our world stopped spinning on its axis and ceased its journey around the sun? It's an intriguing, albeit unsettling question to consider. An event of this magnitude would have profound and far-reaching consequences, reshaping life on Earth as we know it. Now let's dive into the heart-stopping consequences of such an event. Imagine a world where the sun never sets or never rises. Picture the Earth spinning on its axis, creating a harmonious balance of day and night, light and darkness. But what if one day, that rotation just stopped? With Earth's rotation at a standstill, the day-night cycle as we know it would crumble. One half of our planet would be permanently bathed in sunlight, a never-ending day. The heat would be unbearable, turning the landscape into a parched, barren desert. On the flip side, the other half would be plunged into perpetual darkness, an eternal night with temperatures plummeting into a frigid, icy cold. Life, as we know it, would find it challenging to survive in these extreme conditions. And it's not just about enduring endless days or nights. The cessation of Earth's rotation would disrupt the very fabric of life on Earth, from sleep cycles to food production. But that's just the beginning of our worries. With an eternal day and night, the Earth's climate would take a severe hit. Imagine a world where the sun never sets, or where darkness reigns forever. On the daylight side, the unending solar onslaught would result in extreme heating. Oceans would evaporate, leading to an atmospheric overload of water vapor, causing a monstrous greenhouse effect. The temperature could skyrocket to levels far beyond what any life form on Earth could endure. On the eternal night side, the absence of sunlight would plunge the region into a perpetual deep freeze. The stark contrast between the scorching day side and the frigid night side would generate violent winds, creating a maelstrom of climatic chaos. The once temperate zones we know and love would be replaced by extremes of heat and cold. This new world would be a hostile place where life as we know it could not exist. And if you think that's bad, wait till we talk about gravity. Did you know that Earth's rotation affects gravity? It's true, the centrifugal force caused by our planet's spin actually slightly counteracts the pull of gravity. But if the Earth stopped spinning, gravity would have the whole stage to itself, and things would get a little lopsided. You see, the Earth isn't a perfect sphere. It's an oblate spheroid, meaning it's wider at the equator than at the poles. So if the Earth stopped spinning, gravity would pull everything more strongly towards the poles and the equatorial bulge would start to flatten out. Imagine the oceans pulled away from the coasts, mountains crumbling as the Earth reshapes itself into a more perfect sphere. Not to mention, the increased gravity at the poles would make moving around quite a workout. And it doesn't stop there. Even our bodies would feel the change. The blood in our bodies would be pulled towards our feet, making standing up a monumental task. The Earth may not be recognizable anymore. A still Earth, a concept as fascinating as it is terrifying. If our planet were to cease its constant dance of rotation and revolution, we'd be thrust into a world of unimaginable chaos. A world where the comforting rhythm of day and night vanishes, replaced by an eternal twilight on one side and an endless night on the other. Imagine a climate spiraling into pandemonium, with extreme temperatures and catastrophic storms becoming the norm. The gravitational balance that we take for granted, thrown into disarray, causing a planetary reshape that's beyond our wildest dreams. Or perhaps, nightmares. This isn't a dystopian tale spun from the mind of a science fiction author. It's a potential reality, a stark illustration of the intricate balance that governs our existence. So the next time you gaze at the spinning globe, remember the chaos that would ensue if it were to stop. It's a thought-provoking reminder of how everything in our world is interconnected.